everybody, welcome to my channel. So my name is Lorian, I'm a mum of 5 and I'm pregnant with my 6th baby. I am 22 weeks pregnant now. It is flying by and I don't feel pregnant at all. But I've asked you all for some questions and I have got some questions to answer. So I hope you enjoy watching this and that it's interesting. I hope my lighting's okay. Like, I'm sitting by the garden and it's like very sunny and then it's very not sunny. It's like a bit on and off and I don't know how to get the lighting good. I feel like I'm just not, I don't know, I don't feel very professional when I watch like other YouTubers. I think that I just look so unprofessional. I hope I don't. So if you've not watched my videos before, then I have 3 boys, which are 10, 7 and 4. And then I have 2 girls, which are 2 and 1. This is our 6th baby and we don't know what it is, which is really nice, you know. If you've not kept a gender a secret, keep a gender a secret. It's making this baby feel so special. Like, I feel so lucky and so blessed to have so many children, and the fact that we don't even know what this baby is, it just adds like this whole level of excitement. I've never done it before. I've always found out what my babies are. It's so exciting. I just can't wait to meet them and find out who they are, because when you know the sex, you just feel like, I don't know, you know it's a little boy, you know it's a little girl, so you're expecting them when they come up. I just don't know who I'm expecting and it's so exciting. So yeah, I'm going to answer some questions. Some are not so pregnancy related, but yeah. So when your children are grown, do you plan on working? I don't think I'll get into getting a full-time job, but I would never say no. Like, it would depend on our financial situation. And my husband supports us at the moment. He's a joiner and he works for himself and he's doing really well. And at the moment I don't need to work, and I like that because I like the fact that I'm here for my children. Obviously I have young children and I'm pregnant, so I need to be here. But when they're all in school, I still would like to be able to be around quite a lot, because obviously they have like school plays and assemblies and things you need to go to and do and see, and I would never want to miss out on a single thing. My mum didn't work and she was just always there for me, and my siblings, I have 6 siblings, and she was just always there. You just knew that mum could come to everything, and it always made me feel like really nice and happy as a child. But if I can be around, then I would rather have a little bit less money and not work, because then I just know I can be there for my children. I obviously do make some money on YouTube, and then maybe by the time like my youngest is in school, which is what, like 4 or 5 years from now, maybe I will be earning enough anyway that it would just sort of be a bit like a job for me. But we will see. What's my thoughts on a home birth? So I've always wanted a home birth, but the thought of it sort of like worries me, because we are about half an hour from a hospital. So I feel like if something went quite badly wrong, then it might be a little while before I got some help. So I just feel like being in the hospital is just the best place I can be in. And I never have any issues with my pregnancies, but I would just know when you're in a hospital, you're just in the best place you can be. If I live quite near to a hospital, or like in my, what's it called, town, there's no hospital. It's in like a town away from me. So if there was a hospital in my town, yeah, I would have a home birth. My births are normally quite quick and easy, so I would like it. Also, our house is not big enough for that. There's no space. We are hoping to move house. Our house is on the market, but there's no space, so I think all my children would literally be like around. There's nowhere I could go to give birth peacefully. I wouldn't mind my children, like, you know, being there sometimes, but it might get a bit intense. Do I have any potty training tips? So potty training, the one thing I would say is I've obviously done it 3 times now. I haven't done it with Flossie yet. She's definitely capable, but I find if you try and they don't catch on, just stop. I tried with Cosmo at like 2 and it just was not working. It was stressful. He wasn't potty training. And I really struggled with it and I gave up, and I did it again when he was about 3. Caught on perfectly. It went very smoothly. Horatio, I tried a little bit when he was just over 2. Didn't work. Waited till he was 3. And then it caught on perfectly. So I learnt my lesson with Rue, and I waited until he was just about to go to nursery. He was just a bit over 3, and then I did it and he caught on immediately. So I think you need to wait until, I think around 3, they're at an age where you can properly communicate. Like, me and Flossie can properly communicate, but it's just getting better as each week goes by. And she's 2.5, she's 3 in January, a bit more than 2.5, but she's definitely capable. But we tried it recently and she didn't immediately like it. Like, she could do it, but she didn't like it. Sometimes she'll go on the toilet, sometimes she won't. So I'm just gonna wait. There's no rush. So I'm just gonna wait until it's just a smooth transition where you can literally say to them, when you need to do a wee, you go on the toilet, and they'll understand, because when they're too young and you're trying to tell them, they don't really know what you're saying. Like, they're like 50% getting it. It's just difficult. So it's definitely worth waiting. Okay, they are the questions I wrote down, and then I have some on my phone. How did I find out I was pregnant? I always can tell I'm pregnant because you just get a feeling, don't you? I mean, sometimes you get the feeling, do you know, when you just like don't want to be pregnant. And I'm also must say, like, anybody that's struggling with pregnancy, I'm very sorry, and I hope like nothing I say offends you, and I would never mean to offend anybody. I don't want like anything that I say to sound like hurtful or thoughtless, because I know some people really struggle, and that really, really does break my heart. I feel awful for people like that. Yeah, so I never mean to cause offence. But do you ever get it where you get a feeling you're pregnant, but you really don't want to be pregnant, and you think, no, I definitely am, and you take a test, but you're not, and you think, oh man. It's like gutting. You think, oh, I thought I was pregnant, even though you didn't want to be. It's so weird. But if you were, you would have been really upset. But yeah, I found out just because my boobs hurt. I really wasn't expecting it. It was the day before Curtis's birthday, I think. And I was thinking, oh, I think I'm pregnant. And then it was on his birthday. I said to him, I really think I'm pregnant. And it was not something either of us wanted. So I think I sort of ruined the day by putting this like cloud over it. Which I know is really sad for people who would really want a baby, because it is a blessing. And I'm obviously over the moon now. And my children are everything to me. Like, I was thinking today, all I need is my children. Like, they are just everything. They are all I ever need. They make me happy. How did you tell your parents? It's never been like that much of a nice thing for me with family. Like, my sister, I have two sisters. One of them, we don't really get on. We try, but we don't really get along. The other one, she's like my best friend. She's always really happy for me. So she's super excited. But my mum doesn't live near me, which is really sad. She lives in America. So I messaged her and told her, and you know, like, she's really nice and excited and happy for me. And my dad, I called him and told him, but it's never like a big thing where I have like family around that are like, I know that my parents adore my children, but they're never like, yes. So they adore them, and they love to hear about them and see pictures of them, and they talk about them all the time, and they really love my children, their grandchildren. But I don't think I've ever had like, do you know when you see people tell their parents and their parents are like crying and happy, and I've just not really had that. And Curtis' family, he called his dad, who was like, why? And his mum just said, hopefully it's not twins. Yeah, no one really like says too much. Yeah, so have you got any names picked out? I have a big list of names on my phone, which obviously we don't know what we're having. But I have a big list. I've got 7 names for boys and 9 names for girls. I'm going to find girls' names harder. But I'm set on 2 at the moment. I'm set on a boy's name and I'm set on a girl's name. But nobody knows. I haven't even told Curtis. I'm just set on them in my head. I'm like enjoying knowing these names. But I haven't told anyone because I'll probably change my mind. And I don't think we'll even tell family until the baby's born. Yeah, when we find out what the baby is. Where? Oh, you're a little fly. So you got me sleeve?
I think it.
It's okay. Ah, it's on me!
Oh, do it.
That's okay. Do you like being pregnant? I love being pregnant. I adore it. I think I just adore my children so much. Being pregnant for me, I love it. Like, I like having a bump. My bump's actually not that big. I'm 22 weeks. I think like for how many weeks I am. Yeah, I don't think it's very big, but I love having a bump. I love feeling my baby move. I love just having my baby with me. You know when they're out and you just feel lonely. Yeah, so I just adore being pregnant. Oh, do you get stretch marks? Not really. I've got a few, small ones, but not really. Like, especially considering how many children I've had. So I don't really get any stretch marks, which I feel quite lucky about. How much weight do you gain during pregnancy? I don't gain a lot. I think with my first and second I gained quite a bit because you just don't realise that you're putting on weight, do you? But I have been better with my last ones, and I just know that you can't see the weight you're putting on. So I'm very aware of that, because for me afterwards, if I'm like quite overweight, it gets me down. So try and make sure that I can't get to that state. So I find that I don't really put on very much weight at all, but I always get quite a round face, I think. What do you look forward to after you give birth? Obviously, having my baby. But other than that, as much as I love being pregnant, it will be so nice to get back into my jeans. Like, I can't wear my high-waisted jeans and just feel pretty. Like, I think pregnancy is beautiful, but you don't feel pretty. I don't feel pretty. It would just be nice to feel like me again. Yeah, that's it really. I just sort of like to feel like me. Do you take any vitamins in pregnancy? When I find out I'm pregnant, I take folic acid. After I'm done with that, I don't take anything. I find that I just try and eat well, which I think I do a lot anyway. We have a lot of fruit and vegetables, a lot of nice meats. And I am someone that doesn't... I've changed a bit. I don't like putting things in my body, and I avoid vitamins, and I don't get the whooping cough vaccination, I don't get the flu vaccination, because I have read loads of things and that's just not for me. I know lots of people don't agree with it. I've done a lot of research. It's not something that I'm comfortable with doing, and I think our bodies are healthy and we don't need to be putting all these things into our bodies. I try and not be too medicated. I just don't agree with it, but I try and keep my opinions to myself too much. One, I wouldn't want to influence anyone, and two, I don't want to get loads of backlash from people who don't agree with me. So also, like, the food you're supposed to avoid, I will avoid like raw meats and sushi, but other than that, I'm not too careful on what I eat. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I just, like, I will still drink my coffees. I will still, and I put the most into my body that I can, food wise, that's good for you, and I won't like avoid some things. I've learned a lot through having all my children, but obviously we have to all do our own research and we will decide what is best for our bodies and our babies. Okay, so that is all the questions I've got. If you have any more, I will obviously do another video. There's not too much else I can really say about my pregnancy, because I think, like, it's just quite straightforward. I feel like I've not said very much, but it's just very straightforward. Yeah, but if you have any more questions, then please do leave them for me, and I will pop them into another Q&A, and I will obviously answer them all for you. But thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you found it interesting, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. So bye. Good girl.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.